are here with the man, Rhett Titus.
This is the High AF podcast?
Yes, High AF podcast.
We're here selling skates out here at Skate Town.
Skate Town, USA, here in Danville, Virginia, with Pure Pro Wrestling. What's the theme of tonight's event? Did they have a name to tonight's event?
Good job of Jimmy Lowe. The putting you on too early.
Yeah, really.
Hey, I love going before intermission. You know?
I mean, if that works for you, that works for you.
You know,
I would have.
Not before intermission, you know. The merch shows, you know, sometimes suffer a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I don't mind being on before intermission. That's what we call the Tom Brady spot, right?
Okay.
Tom Brady, he would do the Patriot gimmick. You ever see that?
Yeah.
So he would do that, and he would do that in the match right before intermission, and right over to the merch table. And like, so when I was young, I would be doing shows with him, and I would watch. I was like, this guy, he's got a nice little record. Then he would come back as Salvatore Sincere in the main event, work the main event, and he's getting 2 wrestling paydays too.
Nice.
Yeah, but he was such a cool guy. And shout out to Tom Brady. You know, he was always really good to me when I was young and started.
How'd you enjoy tonight? Is this your first time being here, bro?
I came and checked out a show once before, you know, because I live around here. So, you know, I came, checked out a show, and, you know, maybe like a year ago or so. This is my first time wrestling here. Whoa, here comes the ball, sliding into first base. But, yeah, this is my first time being here, you know, good, fun show, good people here, crowd, you know.
Your show was dope.
Yeah, you did great. That was a great match with Josh Ballard out there.
Good old Gigolo Josh.
Yeah, man, he is just something else. I love the character and everything.
Something else, just put it in Latin.
Mick Foley's favorite wrestler, as Average Joe likes to say.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, just like overall, just your whole ring bar, dude. Whole ring bar. I'm going there again. I know I told you earlier. Your ring of honor stint, like that shit right there.
Right.
That was.
I absolutely love Ring of Honor. You know, I was at a time when wrestling wasn't really cool anymore. WCW went out of business. You know, and there wasn't really much. You know.
Ring of Honor on HD got me.
Oh, okay. I was waiting until you were going to say something. I was going to sit over the whole time.
I'm a quiet one, I'm sure.
Okay.
We have quiet, smart with words, and the guy that is ridiculous.
So, you know, I wasn't really into wrestling as much, you know, because I was, you know, getting to be older, teenager, you know, so, and, you know, there's a lot of other cooler things to do sometimes, and then, like, my brother-in-law was like, hey, there's this new company starting, you know, like, it's called Ring of Honor, you want to go to the show? And I was like, nah, you know, he's like, well, you know, Eddie Guerrero and Steve Corino are going to be there. I was like, wait, what? Eddie Guerrero and Steve Corino? All right, let's go. Yeah. And then, dude, man, I was opened up to a whole new world of wrestling. I'd never seen wrestling, like as a sport before, you know, because, you know, like I said, wrestling wasn't cool at that time, you know, you was all like, you know, post-attitude era, and, you know,
Yeah, a lot of people just died out.
so, and then I saw Ring of Honor, and I was hooked. And I was like, well, you know, how do I get here? Like, so, and that was like, you know, uno goal for me. It was like, you know, every day just checking the website, you know. And then when they opened the wrestling school, I was like, I gotta sign up, you know. I'm like 16 years old, like, you know, like, hey, can I get into the wrestling school? And they're like, you know, come back when you're 18. And like, then I like, you know, when I'm 17 and finally like, all right, well, if you get a waiver, you know, you can come try out, you know.
So Ring of Honor was based in Philly.
Yeah, originally.
And you're from New Jersey.
Yeah.
So were you kind of in the area already?
It was like an hour and, you know, 15-minute ride to Trenton, you know, but, you know, when you're chasing a dream, buddy, how's an hour and 15 minutes?
Exactly.
You know, you need time to think, really gather your thoughts.
Or listen to a podcast like
Yeah. Or, you know, I didn't have podcasts back in those days. You know, there wasn't even podcasts out yet. You know, some people probably watching this like, there wasn't a podcast out yet.
There wasn't.
You can listen to some talk radio or something.
Yeah, radio.
But
I often ask wrestlers, and when we're doing these interviews and things like that, what is your inspiration, like, to get into the world of wrestling? Like, who is your number one that you can really think to, like, think that really is like your one cue?
I was big on Steve Marino. Big Steve Marino. I was a kid like emailing him, like, you know, I'd see him sign on to Amos Messenger, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, like, just bothering the hell
So
out
we're
of
all Melbourne Marks.
you know, and then,
Remember when the kingdom was in Melbourne?
oh, yes.
Remember that, that means Mark, right? That was their way of saying Mark.
I guess.
I'm trying to figure this out.
I don't know, I never really knew what a Melvin was. You know, I said, alright, Melvins, you know. Probably.
On the screen,
He's got a lot of people.
yeah. I love Matt Taven for that.
But,
Only him, not Roger.
But I think to your point, I think it's important to think that anybody who's interested in wrestling, ultimately, a wrestler or anybody is going to be a fan of professional
If you're
wrestling.
jumping in it, not a fan first, you don't have much credibility.
so like, you know, once I finally joined the Ring of Honor school, I was like one of the young boys, and like Steve Marino was there doing shows and stuff, but oh man, I was like, you know, I wonder if they go to today, like hopefully not, you know, but it was funny because, you know, I got booked to wrestle on an indie show, Philly, like Philadelphia Comic-Con, you know, and it's like main event. Rhett Titus was Steve Marino. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Cool, right? Yeah. So we're at the show, and you know, ring set up. You know, everybody's kind of, you know, like, you know, this is like the match I've been waiting years for. You know, and you know, pro wrestling, you know, things happen, right? So basically, you know, what happened was the promoters didn't have money to pay anybody at this Comic-Con, right? Ring is already set up, right? And like, everybody's just like, oh well, you know, we're not getting paid, like, you know, like, let's get the hell out of here, right? So ring guy and like, you know, the whole 9 guys, I'm like kind of like, hey guys, you know, maybe, you know, we should go give it a off.
We should still do this, yeah, like for real, like,
you know, like, you know, that main event, you know, needs to happen. We need to give them something to talk about, right? And the show is canceled, you know. And I was like, wow, you know, like, you know, drove up, you know, I had that weekend. Yeah, that's the thing that people don't understand about wrestling sometimes. Is like, you know, you got these shows lined up, and you're like, all right, cool, you know, and you know, maybe sometimes some other people will like, hit you up like, hey, you mailed that? No, you know, sorry.
I'm a gigging musician, so
oh,
it
so
works very
you get it,
similar.
you get it, you know? And then all of a sudden, you get there after you held this date for so long, and like, there's no money, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Tails always come
so, yeah, like, you know, I eventually did get to have a few tag matches versus Steve Marino years later in Ring of Honor, so it was a lot bigger than at the Philadelphia Comic-Con. You know, but yeah, and then when I was in the group Scum, I actually would get managed by Steve Marino, so that was like, you know, like getting to like walk out and like him be like my mentor, that was like, you know, a cool thing, you know.
Tons of it. You had King of Kings and Long
Yeah,
John.
oh,
You had Will Fahara as the big dogs, right?
Well, we were the dogs. I was the big dog.
He was the big dog.
He
He's
was
the little dog. But y'all were called the dogs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You were big dog, Rhett Titus, and he was little dog, Will Fahara, which he was an amazing talent.
Yeah.
Y'all's whole thing was really cool.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, Will Fahara with this man? Oh my God! Hopefully, Rhett Titus can get him to this problem that's going on. I'll call it. It did work good. The way you treated him too.
Will was a hard worker, great guy. He just popped back up on TNA
Oh really?
last year. Jonathan Brescher was on TNA. So,
Yeah, he's got his whole transformation gimmick.
Yeah. So it was during that.
That's just But I mean, it's good to see people bringing out more of that. Who is it? Just fucking TJ Perkins or TJP. He's now doing the Oswald thing as the manager. I really like seeing that. I want to give all thanks to Bray Wyatt, our Lord and Savior. Yowie Wow.
What a cool guy he was.
Oh yeah, no, I would have loved to have met him. Of course, I got to see him face John Cena, and he lost, and Undertaker lost that night. So, of course, there was a double crown. And people walked out. It was 10,000 people. Yeah, people were walking out. Thousands of people.
I wasn't at WrestleMania 30, but I was in Bourbon Street at New Orleans.
I was probably
we might have,
I mean, I might have ran right by you.
And Bourbon Street, if you guys never been, it's a spot.
Yeah, I know.
Definitely not a family trip,
Seeing Punk Batista down here at the restaurant when I was down there, I ran into MVP, Chris Masters, and Carlito and shit all down there. That was outside the door. That was just running into me. That was dope as hell. But I don't want to hold you up too much longer, Rhett Titus. The romantic touch.
I told them when you were fighting Josh earlier, and you pulled out his boa, put his bow tie on, and did your little sexy dance. I was like, he pulled out just a little bit of that.
I said he just put a touch in it. That's good. That's another show, folks. That's another show, another
For
time.
another time.
Another planet will be on.
Because I often hear mistaken.
Oh yeah, I know. We're gonna talk about that. People mistaken this guy for romantic touch. I mean, it resembles a whole lot. A lot in the face. A lot in the face.
Well, he wears a mask.
It's a lot.
I mean, he's in good shape, but he's not as jacked as he is.
Yeah. Slim down a little bit. Our people have said I know it's not.
I named.
Oh, it's just these people.
All right.
They live in basements, probably.
I had heard it was Jumpin' Jim Brunzell.
Probably down.
That's
probably
the
down.
locker room. Jumpin' Jim Brunzell.
High as fuck right now.
Well, it's the High AF podcast, so you're in the right spot.
Okay, and that has been Rhett Titus on the High AF Wrestling Podcast with your boy Matt Jackson,
Jedi, Joe Cool,
and
Kyle
Foster. KyleFosterMusic.com, YouTube.com. Go check them out. Rhett Titus, you have a YouTube.
Tag your shit.
YouTube.com. I'm gonna steal that / Rhett Titus.
Rhett Titus.
Twitter at Rhett Titus ANX. RHETTTITUS ANX. Instagram, same thing too. Oh wait, it's not even Twitter anymore.
X. The artist formerly known as Twitter.
Gosh, I could never get that right.
Now it's X now. I don't like it, man. When you get 3 notifications popped in your phone, it says triple X.
Also, never forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that
notification bell right there.
If you don't hit that notification bell, I'm coming with a big dog boot right upside your head. All
Big
right?
boot.
And we are out like
out.
Elvis Presley.
Out like Elvis. Thank you.